If I was starting my trading journey in 2025, I wouldn't start with a strategy. I wouldn't even start with indicators. I would start with mastering this because without it, nothing else works. And it took me years to figure this out. What's up, everybody? My name is Casey Jackson, registered commodity trading advisor with the National Futures Association, and welcome to my little corner on YouTube. I'm so glad you tuned into this video because I want to save you time, I want to save you headache, and I want to make sure that you avoid all the mistakes I have made over the years. Now, I put this video together because after being in this industry, after learning this skill set and executing for the past 8 years, I know that I would do things a lot differently than I did when I first got started. And so I want to make sure that I save you the heartache. I want to save you the trouble. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you things that I would do totally different if I were learning how to trade today, starting today. So make sure you stay tuned throughout the video so that you can pick up on these gems that I'm going to give you. Now, this might seem really silly, but I have a lot of people who don't understand what Forex is, people who are actually trading it. You're not trading stocks. You're not buying a company. You're not buying a product. What you're actually trading is how strong one economy is against another. And price moves based on which economy is stronger than the other in that moment. Now, what makes the economy stronger or weaker? That's interest rates. That's inflation. That's central bank decisions, that's geopolitics, that's GDP, that's job reports. All of those things are taken into account and influence the strength of a country's economy. All that data that you see that comes out every week or every month, that's what really moves the market. So you got to pay attention to macroeconomics. You got to be aware of what's going on. Now, I wouldn't bog myself down with making sure that I understood it fully, but you at least need to note what exactly it is. And as you progress in your trading journey, you can by all means start to incorporate as much or as little as you would like. Now, I know all of this probably seems overwhelming. And like I said, you don't have to bog yourself down with it. But for ease of use and streamlined information, I use sites like Forex Factory that gives you just the raw data and not so you have to read through a bunch of articles, but the information comes through. There's an organized schedule. You can know what it is that you're looking for. Now, if you're trying to understand how you interpret that information as it relates to a country and its currency, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I go over that. Even further, I would suggest that you go to the no-cost mini course so that you can take a look and have a better understanding of how that works. Link is in the video description. The second thing that I would recommend, and we ain't even got to a chart yet, right? We have not gotten to a chart yet, but the second thing that I would recommend is that you change your relationship with money. And what I mean by that is most of us grew up understanding that money is a finite resource. We have a very emotional attachment to money. We got to save it. We can't spend it. We got to be frugal. You know, if you lose it, you got to figure out how to get it back. In the world of trading, that mindset, that relationship, that can't exist because you're going to lose money when you trade. Nobody bats 100%. So it is inevitable that you're going to take some losses, right? If I told y'all how much money I have lost over the years with trading, you'd be like, what? And you can't be attached to it. It cannot influence your decision because what it will start to do is it will influence how you react when you lose. You will be reaching for every dollar that you lose. You will start making irrational decisions that you otherwise would not make. You would allow it to cloud your judgment on how you're executing and how you're moving. Like, you have to be emotionally neutral with money. You have to understand that losses are a part of the game. Trading is basically probability. I talk about this in other videos that I have, but you have baseball players who bat like what, 30-40% and get paid millions of dollars. So you don't have to get every single trade right. You just have to execute smartly. I've been there and I've seen the difference between when I'm emotionally driven and I don't have my emotions in check. I just start trying, like when I lose a trade, oh, I got to go back in. I got to get it. Might not be the right position, might not be the safe spot which to execute, but I've also seen when I implement that discipline and I follow the rules that I have, I take emotion out of it, it's on. It's on. So if you can master your emotions, if you can change your thinking about how you relate to money, you'll do fine in this space. You'll absolutely do fine. The third recommendation that I would give you is understanding that strategy is not king. I know everybody is looking for the next best thing that's going to get them the profit where they can have more blue days than red days. But I'm here to tell you, having been in this industry for the past 8 years, the strategy ain't the king. Like, you're going to get and understand how to execute trades faster than you will of managing the emotions, right? The psychology. So that goes back again to like your thinking, your relationship with money, and understanding that you have to execute from a position of being completely neutral. Whether you win or lose, you got to operate from a if, then, like a computer almost, right? And that's hard for a lot of us to do. But again, if you are able to master this, you're going to be fine. So going back to strategy is about 10%. I know, shocker. Strategy is about 10% towards your success. The biggest thing is the psychology and the mindset. This is where people blow accounts, not because they don't have a strategy, but it's because they don't have emotional control. All of those things that I mentioned to you, I know because I've been there, right? You have to master you. Until you have control of you, don't get in this game. Don't enter this market and invest in it until you master you. You have to master discipline. Like, you can have the perfect strategy. You can have the perfect entry. You can understand the perfect exit. But until you master you, it doesn't matter. You can keep taking the prop firm test over and over and over again. You can keep putting money into your account and blowing the account over and over again. But until you master your mindset, you will not be successful. I know this firsthand. This is the biggest lesson that I have had to learn. To sit on my hands and not do nothing until the market gives me exactly what it is that I'm looking for. If you're serious about trading in 2025, this is the foundation that you need first before ever hitting a chart. This is the foundation that you need to lay first. If you're serious about trading in 2025 and beyond, this is the foundation that you need to lay first. Focus on this first. Change your relationship with money. Truly understand what you're doing in this space, and then psychology, you'll be bound for success. I promise you. If this video was at all helpful to you, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, and then also drop a comment in here. What stood out the most for you? What has been your experience in trading thus far? So I try to put out videos on a pretty consistent basis. I'll be doing more talking head videos and giving you guys my real advice from my real experiences in this space, not just the technical analysis, because I understand that all of this is necessary too. Right? So I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I hope that it was helpful to you. Consider subscribing to the channel. I try to put out videos on a pretty consistent basis. And I would love to have you. Give it a thumbs up if it was helpful for you. All right. Y'all have a phenomenal trading week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.